All right, so this is the announcement. It's going to be very brief. Hopefully it's brief. That's the intention. And then I will pull messages from the decks that I have available for the sessions I'm going to release. I will just be releasing collective readings. Okay. So I haven't been divinely guided in pertaining to when I'm going to do individual zodiac signs. But the announcement is next 72s will only be on the SGL podcast. Okay. All next 72 readings will be in audio format. So they will only be released here on the SGL podcast. I will no longer be doing, until further notice, I will no longer be doing next 72s on YouTube. I am replacing the next 72s with your weekly messages. Okay? So, if you are just tapping in because you just now are aware of the SGL podcast and you're like, where are the next 72s? Oh, they're here on the SGL podcast. Yes, they will only be released on the podcast, and the next 72s on YouTube are being replaced with your weeklies. All right, your weeklies are your individual zodiac sign readings that will be released live on YouTube. Okay, if you are a new listener, welcome. Make sure that you download Spotify. This is just specific. If you are a commenter and you like to share your story, you like to elaborate on what you resonate with, if you're a person that likes to agree to disagree, the comment section is for you. Now, the only way that you can participate in the comment section is if you download Spotify. It's not going to cost you anything to download Spotify because the SGL podcast, we do not do paid subscriptions. So being able to follow the SGL podcast will cost you nothing. All right? And I will always stretch this enough, which is you're not obligated. Moving forward, now we do have a YouTube channel for those of you who are new and you're not aware that we have a YouTube channel. Yes, we have a YouTube channel, and you can click the YouTube handle, which is the YouTube icon. You can click that and it'll take you directly to the SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. Or you can click one of the links in the description box, okay? All right. Energies need to be cleared out. I will say that. Energies need to be cleared out. When I yawn, that lets me know energies need to be cleared out, okay? For the most part, it lets me know that it's low vibrational energy as well. I'm not gonna go investigator mode and figure out exactly what low vibrational energies are in. I'll just say that is it's around. Okay. If you feel exhausted in any type of way, definitely do a self-check and see if it's you or is it people, places, or things. All right. So all inquiries, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you could be a part of the success and growth of the channel. Okay. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some cards. Thank you, Most High. All right, what messages do you have for my collective? You have Pride coming in reverse. I want to clarify why Pride is coming in reverse. Hold on, because there's too many cards turned over. Okay. Why is Pride coming in reverse? Why is it showing in reverse? Why is Pride showing in reverse? Immediately, someone has low self-esteem. And low self-esteem does not always have to be about looks. Okay? So someone lacks fire energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. What is clarifying Pride in reverse is doubt. That's the low self-esteem. Doubt. A doubter. So we got a doubter here. All right. You can do this. All right. I don't know if you have a support team or you have someone that you can confide in that is kind of like your cheerleader. If you don't have that, hey, that's what I do. And it's not to blow smoke up your rear end. It's to simply say that, yes, there are good people in the world. And I consider myself a good person. I'm not perfect, okay? I consider myself balanced when it comes to my shadow and my light. Moving forward, so we have a doubter here, okay? And that low self-esteem is the energy of, can I? Okay? I don't know who you're looking for validation from or who you're looking for permission from, but it just feels like you're not wanting to come off as selfish. If this doesn't have to do with people, places, or things, and it's just, you know what I mean? It's just one of those days, right? One of those nights, one of those weeks, one of those months, you know, where it's just kind of like, you know, what's the next step? Okay. What's the next task? Have you, you know, are you doubting that you're not capable, or are you doubting that you're going to come off as a selfish person if you step up for yourself? Because pride is a good thing. You know what I mean? It's a good thing. Taking pride for who you are, taking pride from where you come from. You know, there's so many fillers when it comes to pride. And I just feel like I see the 9 of Wands energy where it's kind of like you have people rooting for you that has experienced similarities or have been in the same position as you. And it's like no one can do it for you. No one can complete this task for you. Everyone had to go through this step. And it feels like you are looking for, you know, cheerleaders to cheer you on, or should I say you're looking for someone to reinforce, you know, you're doing a good job, don't give up, you know, or you're wanting someone to notice, you know, your good deeds or whatever it is that is gearing up this fire energy that's lacking. And it's kind of like if you become codependent on getting praise, then you're not in control of your own fire energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I don't know which specific fire energy, but there is a lack thereof when it comes to fire energy, and the fire energy that is there is being fueled by people, places, or things. Because if it's things, it's kind of like a reinforcement. You do this, you get this. And then when it comes to places, it just doesn't feel like, you know, certain, you know, rooms or environments, or just even being outside in general, could feel like a challenge. You know how you could, certain places you can feel most confident, and then when it's an unfamiliar place, you kind of either you're filling out the place, or you are minimizing your energy to evaluate the energies that are around you. Can you give me the overall word of advice with this pride in reverse and doubt upright? All right. Oh, you have love in reverse. Oh, I'm talking to someone who doesn't feel like they are good enough. You're never enough. Well, I'll tell you what someone told me a couple of days ago. And sometimes when we already know something, it's just best to be quiet and just hear what's being said to you. And I want to share this with you because this is exactly what I'm channeling to tell you. You can't be when you're too nice, when you're overly nice, you're saying it's okay to take advantage because you're telling me I can test you up to that point where you're no longer going to be willing. All right. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Some of you can come off as people may judge you, and you're judged as a character that's not you. So it's kind of like, let's say you're a person who dressed conservative, but in reality, your conversation doesn't sound conservative. Let's say you dress modern, but your conversation is more political. It just feels like someone's image doesn't match up with your verbal communication. Your verbal communication has its own story. It doesn't match up. For instance, most people can find me unapproachable unless you are in that you're able to capture a moment to where I'm smiling, I'm laughing, I'm engaging. But if I'm not doing any of those, you would think that I was an unapproachable person, that I take life too serious. But, I don't have a sign on my forehead that says my heart is smiling as well as my eyes. But moving forward, we have love coming in reverse. And that is the overall word of advice that's clarifying pride in reverse and doubt. So you keep putting people before you, okay? Yet the people you put before you, you are the last to be mentioned, rather mentioned at all. It's kind of like you don't get credit, you're not being seen, but you are a demand. That's because you make yourself available as a demand, and it just feels like you don't have to get to that point where I don't want to say bitter, but it kind of feels like that. Just kind of like it's not bittersweet, but it's just kind of like it's too much. You shouldn't have to lose or give away an innocence of you to substitute that for, showing people that you can, match the energy of foolishness. Okay? So, just in general, words of advice, some of with pride in reverse and love upright and doubt, it's like someone is falling out of love. Someone is falling out of the symphony of what love is. It's like someone is just saying, love is not real. If I haven't received love by now, then it must not be real. Love is defined through the lens of your eyes. Love is felt from how the color scheme of your emotions. The color scheme of your emotions. I don't know. That's what I channeled. Okay. Moving forward, it's like you create the colors of the music that comes from love. And it's more so, it's not too late to dance with love, is what I'm being guided to tell you. Okay? It is normal to doubt, but you don't have to be lost there, because it feels like someone is being judged as if, you feeling unworthy or feeling like you can't do something on your own. It's like, doesn't mean that no one loves you if no one's showing up the way you want them to show up. And it just feels like you may position yourself where you no longer want to show up the way you've been showing up, with the acts of service of delivering love. Your love. And it feels like that's what you're needing. And it feels like you're going to say, I no longer provide those. I no longer, it's like your services are changing and you're no longer delivering love. All right. What you don't see is you're in denial. Okay. Others of you see that someone is in denial, that, they feel more for you, but because of the outside influence, they're allowing the outside influence to make their choices, and instead of them stepping out on the love that they deserve and stepping into correction, not stepping out, meaning they're walking away. Well, they are with the influence, but someone is, they're battling of stepping up. It's just like someone's in love with someone, and everyone knows they're in love with a person, but they keep allowing everyone to make their choices, and that choice is, no, you can't love that person. And so they say, okay, just to prevent confrontation, just to prevent going through unnecessary BS. Meaning someone is truly not happy because they're not with who they love. They're not going towards who they love. Someone is not feeling like themselves at this time. Okay, let's go ahead and move to another deck and see what messages come out. All right. What messages do you have for my listener? And if you're now just tuning in because you fast forwarded this recording, welcome to SJL Spiritual God and Light. The announcements and FYIs are in the beginning of this recording. Okay? All right. I'm just doing an extended with some messages before I start releasing some collective readings. Excuse me. All right. What messages do you have for my listener? Listener, it says, look for a sign. All right. You have everything that you need. All right. But for the most part, it's kind of like, look for the sign. It's kind of like, don't throw all your eggs in one basket. That's what I'm getting. Don't throw all your eggs in one basket, and make sound decisions when you use the tools that you currently have. You have everything that you need and pertaining to what you're focusing on, whatever you're getting done, what action you're getting ready to present to someone. And when I say action, it just feels more so like conversation. All right. So it breaks the ice. A conversation breaks the ice. And when you're being asked to look for a sign, whoever's guarded from you, whoever, I don't know who you are, but I'm answering your question. The person that's heavily guarded towards you, it's them. That's all I'm being guided to tell you. What are the message? What are the message? All right, you have get more information. It's coming in reverse. Okay, so that was your answer. Whoever's so guarded, confrontational, someone, it's not blaming nobody, it's not judging somebody, it's just someone who is not innocent can't hide it. Whoever's guilty, they can't hide it. They're defensive. Okay? What other messages do you have for my listener, please? All right, you have no. If you had a question, it's no. All right? Should you buy a reading? It's saying no. Should you pay for a reader? It's saying no. All the answers all the information that you need, you have enough. And pertaining to will you make your dreams come true, the answer is no. The reason why it's no is because if you don't put any action, you can't make your dreams come true. So you're being asked to get out of creating in your headspace and start doing something. All right. What other messages do you have for my listener? What other messages do you have for my listener? What other messages do you have for the listener? What message do you have for my listener? Thank you. This is up in the air. Embrace. Embrace is up in the air. So it's cuffing season. Okay. Some of you're wanting to be cuffed, but you're not wanting commitment. Others of you are in debate of going towards someone. Okay? If you are a person and you're wondering if someone is coming towards you, it's up in the air. Why is embrace up in the air? It's up in the air, meaning this person is thinking about you. They're thinking about it, about coming towards you. Basically, they want your touch. Physical touch. This is physical touch. We have study here. So this is more so trying something, communicating it, and seeing where it goes. Is if I communicate to you, listener, that on Mondays, can we take out an hour to hold each other? It's kind of like trial and error. We study each other and we learn each other's language, body language, communication style, how we come towards each other, how we communicate towards each other, how to understand each other, especially through text messages. All right. When do I call back? When is it okay to return a call? When is it not okay to reach out? You get what I'm saying? So there's boundaries, there's negotiables and non-negotiables going on. So with this coming in the air, so there's going to need to be communication, whether this is you coming from you or them. If you are wondering if your person is thinking about you, they are. They're trying to figure out how to they're trying to figure out how the needs can be met. Okay? What other messages do you have for the listener? And you fill in the blank of what that need is. Some people just want physical touch. They don't want any sexual encounters. They just, Can I get a hug? Some people don't want to be hugged up for an hour or 30 minutes. They just want a hug. Just give me a hug. I'm good. You know what I mean? Give me a kiss on my forehead. I'm good. Send me a kiss through my phone to my phone. I'm good. So everyone is different, you know. Everyone's love language is different. All right? Or should I say companionship too? So you have accept, okay? Be prepared to accept what fate has in store for you. So you're being asked to go with the flow. You're being asked to let your hair down. You're being asked to not to have your guard up. You're being asked to defeat the challenge of naturally being happy. Accept when you're disappointed. Accept if you get sad. Accept if you get mad. Accept if you get disappointed. Fill in the blank of what you need to accept. So that change can take place, especially with this embrace up in the air. And it's being clarified by study. All right. So this is definitely individuals learning each other. Others of you, if you're not dealing with a person, you are learning yourself. You're learning what you like and what you dislike. It may be a challenge for you to be open to new things. You let me know. But only way you're going to be able to let me know if you comment and say, SGL, it's this, right? And not only that, by you commenting, you're being a spiritual guiding light too. Because, you know, it helps everyone. It helps everyone. Anywho, what other messages do you have for my listener? What are the messages you have for the listener? What are the messages do you have for the listener? Be more open. Be more open. All right. That's a direct message. So, thank you for being more open, is what your spirit guide wants you to know. Someone's going to tell you thank you. All right. You have a child's love coming in reverse. All right. So this is, oh, goodness gracious. This is difficult. It's like someone's not just walking away from their past. Someone is wanting to erase all past experience, all memories, and wanting to start anew. I don't know if you're moving to a different state, city, where you don't know anybody, whatever. Let me tell you this. We live in a small world, and whatever you are running away from, it is going to follow you. You're running away from a lesson. You're running away from closing a chapter. You're running away from ending a cycle. Okay? It will follow. So, I just want you to know that. Okay? On the other flip side of the coin, I have just channeled that it's something about being afraid. Okay? Being afraid to share what you've been through with your upbringing. And the reason why you are not doing it is because you'll be exposing other people who could have robbed you from your childhood. I'll just leave it as that. Clarify this, please. Why does the listener feel robbed from their childhood? Why is that? All right, we have embrace the moment. Okay. So some of you could like the same sex and it was swept under the rug, or your family is against it, so you haven't been able to be your authentic self. That's not for everybody. Now, moving forward, you didn't have a happy child life. It wasn't happy. It was more, I don't want to just misuse the word dysfunction. There was more sadness than happy. Okay? And it feels like when you were growing up, you always made the promise that you would never, when you get older as an adult, that you would never relive what you lived growing up. So it's kind of like you made a pact with yourself to be happy, and you may be finding yourself being aspects of the people who hurt you. It's like you're just like them, and you're being hard on yourself, and it's stopping you from being able to grow. All right, those are lessons. Okay, they're lessons, whatever these aspects or should I say, it's kind of like, say when you were young, someone always used to yell at you. This is how I'm able to explain it. And you promised that when you be an adult that you wouldn't be a yeller. And it feels like either when you are contact with this person, or when you think about this person from the past, or you may find yourself short-tempered or with a short attention span, and you just find yourself yelling. And you get hard on yourself when you recognize you've adapted a trait from someone that hurt you, meaning made you sad. Okay? You fill in the blank of what those things are. Okay? Let's see what else comes out. Give me the advice. I'm gonna use the same deck. What's the advice for for those channel messages? What's the advice? Receive. So whoever did you wrong as a kid, and you said you would never be like them, they want to come with bearing gifts. They want to, the gift that they have for you is basically they want to explain to you why they are the way they are, so that you can heal from you being the way that they are. You'll be able to walk away from certain traits that you have that was, whether that's yelling, screaming, crying a lot, being happy then crying, or being upset, short-tempered. You fill in the blank of what it is, okay? Identifying. And it feels like whoever you're just like, right, that you said you would never be like, they will bear the gift of sharing with you how they were able to overcome, so that you would know their story, and then it would help you. All right? Okay. All right. What other messages do you have for my listener? What other messages do you have for my listener? Thank you. All right. You have intuitive nudges. Okay. The messages that you receive, or visions that you receive, or dreams that you receive are going to be very vivid. And it may have you caught up where you're trying to decipher what it means. All right? What is the extent to this intuitive nudges. Strength. All right. So for some of you, you may have a nightmare. It could be a dream of something that, you know, it's just makes you question, like, is this a nightmare or is this a pre-warning? You know, what is this? Why am I dreaming this? Why am I getting these downloads? You could be a messenger yourself. Sometimes when we have dreams, the dreams are not actually you. You are receiving messages. I'll just go back to the intuitive nudges. You receive messages, right? It's kind of like, say, you know, your intuition is saying call somebody. And you just choose not to because you're just like, oh, my intuition is tripping right now. Like, why am I even thinking about this person, and why do I feel like I should call them? And you don't end up calling them. Either they show up at your house or you bump into them in town, or they end up calling you. And then they say, I was just thinking about you. Okay? It just feels like that. There's no need for you to investigate your intuitive nudges because it's like you can't run from it. The confirmation will show up and reveal itself to you. So it's not like, oh, if you did have a nightmare, you got to go call everybody and tell them you had a nightmare. No. What's the true revealing will present itself, and it's not giving me harm of any nature. It's just saying that you need to stay in gratitude. Be in gratitude. Sometimes the Most High can give us messages just to get us to get into the grace of gratitude and to practice gratitude, and not only to practice that, but to remember, you know, to forget. Like, you know how we, you know, when things are not going good, we make it a priority to make sure that the Most High, you know, gets our summons, our prayers, right? Now, what about when everything is going good, you know? So basically, the Most High just wants you to keep a relationship, you know, maintain a relationship, keep a relationship. Don't forget. It's kind of like, you know, the Most High is saying, you know, don't forget me. You know, the universe is saying, hey, we're orchestrating on your behalf. You know what I mean? We making things happen for you, you know, whether that's protection, you know, it's kind of like everything's moving in the favor of you. Your spirit guides are working on your half as well. It's like everyone has an assignment, and you're being asked, your assignment is to never forget. Okay? All right, let's go ahead. What other messages do you have? What deck is this one? Okay. Oh, excuse me. I was not trying to be rude. I promise. Let's see what other messages come up for you. Oh, excuse me. All right. What message do you have for my listener? All right. You have transformation. It's time to come out of your shell. You're so attractive. And you deserve to be seen. For those of you who are not attention seekers, it's just come out. You know, open up. You have this precious gift that is very valuable. All right? And you need to share. You need to share. All right. What is the I am message for my listener, please? What I am message do you have for my listener? What is the I am message for my listener? I'm going to shuffle 3 more times. That's 1, 2, and 3. What is the I am message? Goodness gracious. We not starting this. No, we are not. Okay. All right. Your I am messages, you have 4. Everything's going to be okay. You need to believe that. You have choice, success, faithfulness, and the path to light. It's time for you to gear up your fire energy and get ready to pave your own way. And paving your way is a choice that you're being asked to choose you. When you choose you, everything works out. All right? Okay. And I think that's it. I don't think I need to pull tarot. I don't need to pull any tarot cards. I love you. Don't forget, love is kind. Love is gentle. Till we meet again.